Scientists use SI units to communicate with one another around the world. Different languages all use the same system. SI stands for Système International, which is the International System of Units, and they have a standard prefix system that they use. You're familiar with some of these already, perhaps without even knowing it. For example, the word kilo, which comes from the Greek for 1,000, is 1,000 of whatever it is that you're talking about. So for example, kilometers is 1,000 meters. If we consider standard form that we've been looking at already, that is 10 to the power 3, or 1 with 3 zeros after it, which is 1,000. We've got centi or centi, which is 1/100th of the unit. So a centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. There's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. That's 10 to the minus 2. We've got milli. Both centi and milli come from Latin by way of French, who came up with the metric system. So milli is 1/1000th. That's 10 to the minus 3. Micro comes from Greek for small, and it has this interesting unit, which is a U with a little tail in front of it there, and that is 1/1,000,000th. So a micrometer is 1/1,000,000th of a meter. There are 1,000,000 micrometers in 1 meter. And then we have the nano. Nano is 1/1000,000th. So a nanometer is 1/1000,000th of a meter. There can be 1 billion nanometers that fit within a meter. It's really, really, really small. You learn a lot about nano sizes, nanotechnology in chemistry. There is a section in one of the units about nanotechnology and how particles behave slightly differently at the nanoscale, which can give things interesting properties, but possibly also risks in the future. You have to memorize these prefixes. You'll notice that I haven't circled the centi there. There's a reason for that. Typically, you will use kilo, milli, micro, and nano. If you're doing physics, you may go even smaller and even bigger. But centi doesn't really fit the pattern because that doesn't go in thousands. You'll notice that kilo is 1,000 times bigger. Milli is 1,000 times bigger than micro. Micro is 1,000 times bigger than nano. Centi doesn't really fit that pattern, but you do need to remember what these prefixes mean, both in terms of just the number, but even more usefully in the standard form. So kilo, 10 to the power 3, milli, 10 to the power minus 3, micro, 10 to the power minus 6, and nano, 10 to the power minus 9.